Hello and welcome to another CRS and commentary. Your host here, Cedric and Cedra, and this will be Fandom Memories. And Fandom Memories, I've done a couple before, but not under this name. The name is to make you kind of rearrange your thoughts on what you're about to hear. And Fandom Memories is I'm a fan of professional wrestling, so these are my memories on wrestlers. If I give a thought on something, usually it's something current, something of someone that's wrestling now, things like that. And this isn't it. This is someone who is no longer wrestling. They're no longer alive. But it would also count for someone that is still alive, but mostly semi-retired or something like that. So, just to let you know what this is just how I view them as a fan. This is not a deep dive. This is not going into all of their bad histories and stuff like that. This is how I saw them and viewed them as a fan growing up. Or as a fan grown up. So, this is, as you can see on the screen, The Ultimate Warrior, as you can see on the title before you clicked on this. Okay, let me just jump right on this because I do this. I shoot this from the hip all the time. That's what I mainly do. I mean, there might have been one where I've actually had something jotted down so I could go over the most important things that I knew I was going to forget. I don't know which one that was. So here we go. All right, The Ultimate Warrior. When I first saw him, it was WWF, and my earliest memory is seeing him run to the ring from, I guess they would call it the hard camera today, but from the overhead entrance camera, a slightly darkened arena. One of my first times even seeing WWF, and this was in '89, and I had already gotten into the NWA. So I already had my thoughts on how wrestling should look because of what I'd seen first. And I just wanted to see wrestling in general. What's out there? What else? I just couldn't pigeonhole myself because wrestling is wrestling and I wanted to see this. And I remember thinking, I got to learn all these new people. And how long are they going to stay in this company? How long are they going to stay around? I don't know. Because I was like, NWA wrestlers, they're always there. They're loyal. Hey, I was 11 at the time, didn't know. So by the time
you were 11, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, not 11. Hold up. 10, 11, 12. 12 and a half to 13 is when I started seeing NWA for a more, hey, I know what I'm looking at and I'm discerning stuff. But it wasn't the first time I had seen wrestling. It was the first time I had seen wrestling and could actually put something to memory. Sort of like the first time you see a boxing match and you're like, I don't know who these people are, but it is what it is. I gained interest. A year later, you're kind of like, I know this person. That kind of thing. Things were different for me, so it's not going to be as most others go through things. So when I saw him, he was running to the ring, wearing his green tights, hair just in the wind, red, pink, orange, and greenish tassels on his boots. He had the tassels on his arms. He ran to the ring. I mean, it's like he just rolled out to the ring now. Got up on the apron. He had massive energy. He was all pumped up. He was fist pumping and all this. And, the fans were, excited. I mean, well, it's wrestling. Why wouldn't they be? That was my mindset. And, he's all, you can just see him blowing and he gets into the ring and he's doing the same thing back and forth to the corner. And then he, gets his hands, he's shaking the ropes up and down. He's just excited. And I'm kind of like, and I couldn't be hyped for him. I was just, because I'm learning. So I'm watching and I'm like, okay, this guy is going to kill somebody. Look at the size of him. He is immense. This dude is ripped. I would fear him on the street. I feared people that was only an eighth his size on the street. So this guy would just make my eyeballs pass out. So, I mean, the hair is all over the place. He got the paint on. He's jacked to all the nines. He's just, is he wearing the tights or is the tights wearing him? And, then they announce him as the Ultimate Warrior, like halfway through all of this. And then they announce his opponent, which is some kind of, and
Jim Dude.
And Warrior, he calms down enough, and he's still, and he's walking around like some hulking ape, and the dude is in there like, all right, let's tie up. Like, I'm getting ready to lose, but let's do this. I'm like, because there's no way anybody should ever beat the Ultimate Warrior. And that was his name, the Ultimate Warrior, and he looked like the Ultimate Warrior. So I was like, this dude should never lose a match. So he gets in the ring and they tie up a little bit, throws him to the ropes, back elbow, picks the guy up, slams him, and he's, doing his posing, he's double fist pumping and stuff. And I was like, get on your opponent. You've only thrown him to the ropes, and, you got a little elbow and you slammed him. You gotta, I thought, well, maybe his slams are so strong. Look at his arms. Maybe his slams are so strong the dude won't get up for another 5 minutes. So maybe he can do this. He's got to stretch it out, right? Then I thought, well, if the dude is that hurt, pin him. So Warrior then he picks him up and he throws him to the ropes, clotheslines the guy, and then runs to the ropes. The guy pops up. I was like, well, how's he popping up? He just couldn't get up off of a slam. Yeah, business being exposed, right? So he just got slammed. Why is he getting up from a clothesline from arms like that? So, Warrior does the clapping clothesline. It's always a clap clothesline. Come off the ropes, clap clothesline. Off the ropes, clap. He does about 3 or 4, sometimes 6 of these damn things. It's like 2 to 3 if it's like the jobber. And then if it's a contender that everyone's beating, then he might get about 5 and sometimes 6. It just, it was all random. But he got the clotheslines in. He was all hyped up again. I was like, okay. But why is he alive after even one clothesline? Why is this man not being carried out to the hospital? My thoughts was, why is the Warrior's clothesline so weak? If I had arms like that, my finishing move would be a lariat. And I'm talking about, it would just be called The Warrior Injures You. That'd be the name of it.
Yeah.
Because look at his arms. Imagine somebody with arms like that throwing a Stan Hansen lariat. And I didn't even know what a lariat was back then. I just thought the clothesline should just kill the man.
The end of your career.
Yeah. Just blacken the arena because no one needs to see this impact. In any case, then he picks him up. And he's all, and he picks him up for a military press. I was like, oh crap. Now I've seen Sting Flair do this. All right. So Sting picks up Flair, throws him to the mat. Flair's in a world of hurt. Just, oh God. And he's holding his back. And, Sting howls at the fans, and all that. Okay. But the match ain't over. So Warrior just drops him. Straight behind him. Boom. Just drops him. Boom. And he looks at the camera kind of like, yeah. Then he runs to the ropes. Bounces off the ropes and hops over the guy. Doesn't jump very well. But he hops over. And I thought that then he doesn't jump very well. Jumps over the guy to the ropes. Come back. Big time splash. And I was like, what's he going to do next? And he rolls him over and he pins him. Like, what's he going to do next? What? He gets up and he's fist pumping, double fist pumping, and the fans are all like, yay! And I was like, what are y'all cheering for? He didn't he, and so I love pro wrestling, okay? This is what happens when you are a fan of something. When you're a fan, you have your blinders on, you'll be like, okay, this wasn't great. It was really short. I think he just held off because this guy is weak. That's what it was. He held off. He didn't show everything he could do. He didn't put in all his power because this guy is just not up to his level. Hold up, gotta scratch my back. Oh man, that felt good. You had to get some scissors and scratch. So, okay, maybe that's all it is, right? Okay. And then I get to see him in multiple matches throughout, and I'm like, it's sort of doing. Why you not know what's finna happen? Why are you getting up after that clothesline? You know when he clap, he's gonna clothesline you again. Stay down. And, just roll out the ring or something. And so I see him going against contenders. And I was like, why would he ever go against Bret Hart? Well, he's mainly a tag team anyway. Well, why don't he go against somebody that he can handle? Why not Sergeant Slaughter? Why not? Why not Roddy Piper? He was there, then he won't, then he was, then he won't. You know what? He's not going against anybody. This is some old bull. This is not cool. What? Okay, so why not Andre the Giant? That's a big dude. He should go against Andre the Giant. Or Haku. He should go against them. But he won't. I did not understand babyface and heels and all that stuff. Didn't know about it. So, as much as I liked the Warrior, I was bored of the Warrior. But I did like his intro. I did like his physique. I did like, his ring attire. I loved it when he came to the ring wearing like white and stuff like that. That was so cool. And then he got the Intercontinental title. I don't know when he got it. I guess it was at a pay-per-view, and I won't ordering those pay-per-views because WWF wrestling didn't look real. It never really looked real because it was just so bright in the arenas. At that age, I was like, this don't look like they really hurt each other. That's what I thought. But I was like, it's wrestling. They know what they're doing. I don't. So I just want to see wrestling. I don't care if they're hurting each other or not. I just want to see wrestling. And then part of me was like, I just want to see wrestling that looks like it's doing something. And I'm looking at the Ultimate Warrior and I'm like, why are you not so ultimate? But when he got that Intercontinental title and then he put the white on the belt, and I was like, this is the coolest champion on the planet. he elevated his stock. I was like, this dude is cool. And then at age 14, it finally happens. The Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. WrestleMania 6 Sky Dome. Okay, cool. So, it was a very long pay-per-view. Me and my cousin was watching it, and at some point, we just said, fuck it. I said, hey, you want to go out and play basketball? He was like, yeah, so we went out and played basketball. Come back, after being gone for over an hour, come back, it's like, well, they're still wrestling. I was hoping to rewind it. And finally, we get to it. We get to the match. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. Okay. So, skipping anything about Hogan, well, overlooking it, I thought Warrior runs to the ring all the time. This is an epically long walkway. This is longer than any walkway you have seen in New Japan. This aisle is so long it had to curve. It was crazy. And every wrestler had come out on the carts. And the carts, little mini rings and then there's stuff, kind of cool. I thought it was cool. Warrior music hits. And he, after about 5 or so seconds, he comes out through them curtains and he is running his ass off. And I remember thinking, this guy is going to be so tired when he get to that ring. And halfway through it, I thought, you know what? He is highly conditioned. Look at his muscles. He ain't going to be that tired. Everyone's going to get a little tired running because that's running, but this guy's well trained, Now, I was running probably 5 times the distance of that every single day. And I won't huffing and puffing. So this guy probably won't even be winded. He gets to the ring. He does his thing. He does, the fist pumping, the traveling from corner to corner, the rope shaking, the fist pumping, both hands up in the air in the corner. He does all this stuff, and then you can see it. I was like, oh, this dude is winded. This guy is sucking wind. I have done it. I know it. This guy probably realizes I have fucked up. Then it's Hogan's time. And I figured this is such a long ramp. It should give Warrior time to recover.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Hogan gets into the ring. He showboats. He does his thing. He's in decent looking shape. But for Hogan, his better shape was years to come afterwards. Better looking shape. So Warrior is still sucking wind. Not as much, but it's obvious. So the match is getting ready. It's title for title. I don't know why, because Hogan, they had already said, what you going to do? Yeah, I'm going to keep this belt too. No, Hogan wouldn't win the IC belt. They flip-flopped on that stuff. So Hogan and Warrior face to face, mano a mano, 1v1, baby. And Hogan's looking down at him like, yeah. And Warrior's looking up at him. I was like, this is going to not go well for the Warrior. Warrior cannot win this match being this tired. They have the match. They go through stuff. It's sloppy. I was like, these guys are bumbling all over each other. I was like, somebody needs to tell them to do something different. And then Hogan hits the big boot, goes for the leg drop, and miss. And the crowd erupts. Warrior with the big splash. 1, 2, 3. That's how I remember it. If it's different, my bad. I got the tape. I haven't watched this match since then. I've not watched this match since then. I have not looked back at it. When I say tape, I'm talking about video cassette recorder, VCR, VHS. So I see this of the Warrior, and I am just like, how did he win? It was a splash. Okay, he hooked the leg, and that's nice, but his legs was never worked on. I don't understand. And I figured this. Both of them so big, they don't have the endurance, and I moved on with my mind. He is the Ultimate Warrior, but next to Hogan, he won't so big looking. All right. Warriors champion. I don't watch any other pay-per-views because that just, that was a lot of money for, There was a lot of other matches up there, and they were really good. That match was the final match. So good. And ultimately, Warrior doesn't have the belt. Hogan don't have the belt. I don't see Warrior with that belt again. Then I don't see Warrior. No one asked where he is. The crowd got the crowd got the logos. They've got the what are they called? Not banners. Yeah, the signs. The crowd signs. They got those. They got his face paint. They got his name. Next champion. Yeah, they doing all this, but he just ain't there. And no one. The commentators don't even. I mean, like they ghosted Warrior as much as Warrior ghosted them. He just won't there. And I remember thinking something ain't right with this. Okay. A little time goes by, and then WCW. Now, before we go into that, Cedra, just in case because y'all forgot she was here.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. Did anything I say bring back any memories for you for WWF Warrior?
So, there's 4 years between Cedric and I. So when
remember, just keep it WWF only.
Yeah. So when he was 13, I was 9, and I did not watch wrestling nearly as much as him. Was not able to critique the matches, even at the basic level that he was doing back then. But I do remember the very vivid, bright and colorful and loud entrances of the Ultimate Warrior. And just like he said, I liked that he ran out there. He was full of energy and tassels flying in the wind and colors. And he gets in and he's shaking the ropes, and it was just great. And then he'd have a very brief match, like the first one he went over, and that would be it. So I was not exposed to any other wrestling besides that. So that was par for the course. That's how everything was. So I thought, hey, this is how it is. Yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I've got in regards to memory of WWF Warrior. I don't remember him with the belt, without the belt. All I basically remember are the intros and short matches.
Okay.
With people in poor gear.
So, a little time go by, and then you see the marquee. You see the advertisement. You see the vignette of the One Warrior Nation. The hell is that? The One Warrior Nation. World Championship Wrestling. WCW. Southern Style Wrestling. Which went Southern no more after about 92. It was no longer Southern Style Wrestling. And then they showed the face paint logo, and I was like, why is he coming here? What's he gonna do? I was not excited, but I wasn't unexcited either. I was balanced. I was right in the middle. What's gonna happen? Maybe he's chasing Hulk Hogan. Maybe he's trying to do all, yada, yada, yada. So then he shows up. The Ultimate Warrior shows up, and he still looks cool. I like the trench coat. I like that his colors were darker. I liked all that. It looked cool. Now, I know a lot of you might be wondering, why have you not gone over his promos? Because that's not what stuck out to me. That never did. Why? Because I never knew what the fuck he was saying. He talked, when I listened to his promos from WWF to WCW, he talked about literally what I remember that I could make out was that the stars will align, the warriors will rise, the heavens will open up, there will be a reckoning. There was snorting. There were other words that I could not really understand. I don't know. Could I do a Warrior promo? I probably could. I couldn't do the snorting and stuff, but I just didn't know what he was saying. I remember I honestly remember seeing a few of his promos on Superstars of Wrestling in the little corner box. I remember, why don't he just shut up and wrestle? I thought that of Hulk Hogan too. I tired of hearing the same thing over and over. I know what you're saying, but I've heard it so many times. Run, watch, rinse, repeat. That I'm like, I don't know what you're saying anymore. Just wrestle. Can I see you more than a pay-per-view? Can I see you more than Saturday night's main event? Can I starting to not care? So yeah, stuff like that. I didn't know what he was saying, and then WCW comes and the Warrior is here, and he is right here in front of the fans when the stars align. What the fuck? I was like, well, this hasn't changed. This hasn't changed. It's over. This is, and I'm serious. I was watching this procedure, and I remember putting my thumb just like I did on my cheek, the rest of my fingers on my forehead with my eyes closed, head down. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay.
It's like you look so awesome and then you talk.
Okay, so listen.
Like if you meet a hot chick and she looks so good. I don't care what else she's hot to you, and then you're like, man, what's your name? I like the color blue. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Do you know what a toaster is? You know what, honey? You are so awesome. I am not good enough for you. I have got to go. And you just move. You just move on. That's it. Go ahead, Cedric.
Okay, so roughly 4 or 5 years later, and I've been watching wrestling with Cedric for a while. I've been introduced to WCW. I'm not, single digits anymore, and I've come into, my liking of wrestling and understanding of goodies and baddies and all that stuff. So Warrior comes to WCW, and he looks cool. I'm in agreement. I don't remember his promos from WWF, but he starts talking. Now, understand, I have become accustomed to, Ric Flair style promos, and being galvanized by them. So
yeah,
Warrior starts talking, and how can I describe this? It's like the epitome of getting in front of the camera and just not knowing anything anything else to say besides your name. And the one Warrior Nation will come and we will destroy. What the fuck? It was this meandering, lost diatribe about who knows what.
I'm gonna say this. Now, here's the thing. In the sense of NWO, LWO, and everything trying to copy NWO.
Yes.
I honestly thought the One Warrior Nation was freaking awesome. You are the ultimate warrior. You are one warrior. You are the nation. You sit alone in your kingdom, and your kingdom is rich, and others will try to take your kingdom, and you alone defend it mercilessly, brutally. Okay? You throw caution to the wind as you run through ransacking all those who oppose you, who try to take what you got. I thought that was awesome. Okay? This is what I put in my head to make sure that he seemed decent. And I wanted to see if maybe, and I said maybe he's gotten some better training. Maybe he has gained some new moves. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I am going to be 100% awesome with this. I don't remember a goddamn thing that he did in WCW.
Me neither.
I don't remember shit. I remember him talking. I remember his outfit looking cool. I remember him having a match of some type of some sort. I know he was in there with Hogan at one point. I don't remember that match. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. When I was looking up the face paint and stuff to put, or some kind of picture of Ultimate Warrior to put on the background for this thing, I was like, okay, he's in there with Hogan. Like Hogan is about to throw fire or something. I don't know. I was like, he had a match with Hogan? He had a match? Here's the thing. When you have a wrestling match, the crowd has to cheer for you. When the crowd cheers and you are putting on a display of holds and moves and your personality shows through said holds and moves, you get what's called, memorable. You become memorable. Something of you must stand out. And the Ultimate Warrior in WCW never stood out. He sort of just stood there. And I know that he was there. I know that he got paid. I know that he looked cool. I know that he spoke a few times. I know that him and Hogan had went back and forth and Hogan was not going to lose to him again.
And then
I don't know.
It was just kind of over.
Just gone. And then he comes back to WWF. Well, WWE at the moment, I think. I think that's when he came back. Don't remember. Don't remember him there either.
I don't remember that he went back to WWE.
He went back. I remember seeing him in all well, because there was no more WCW.
Oh, really? He came back? Wow.
And then I don't remember a promo. Not so much. He was back in his old garb. His hair was slightly trimmed a bit to look decent. And the hair and the face paint, that's what stood out more than honestly his physique. And I mean, he was a star. Stars burn bright for a short time and burn out, and you don't get a chance to see them burn out. It's that quick. I wouldn't say a star, no. He was a meteorite. That's what he was. He rolled in, burned bright, and fizzed before your eyes. This is my memories of the Ultimate Warrior. What about you, Cedra? Is that all you?
That's it. I can't offer any more.
So I'm gonna try to do these because this right here is something I could do, and y'all could just chill and do whatever y'all doing and just listen. Just listen and whatnot. Have nothing else to do. Eat up some time. Eat up some time limit. But yeah, that's everything I can think of with the Ultimate Warrior. And the reason I also did want to go outside the ring when it comes to Ultimate Warrior is because if you do that with everyone and you figure it out, who they were, what their stances are on social, political, racial and stuff views, you're going to find that there's very few people that you will like.
Yeah.
Very few. And I mean, you can count on one hand minus a thumb.
Yeah, it's just heartening.
So I'm going to keep these only in the ring. All right. And no, I didn't want to, I thought about that in the ring memories of, and it's like, they're going to think I wrestled this man. But I promise you, if I did wrestle him, I'd just keep getting up. Because his big, massive, epic arms, even Hogan had an axe bomber. You know what I'm saying? It was just a clothesline, a stepping clothesline-ish, or a hooking clothesline. It was just a clothesline. He never really had a style for it. And people oversold it to make it look good in Japan, and that was about it. Oh, crud. Any case, this has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary on Fandom Memories, The Ultimate Warrior. Thank you for listening.